Good evening, everybody. My name is Dion Robinson, and I'm back with you with another podcast. And in this podcast, we're going to talk about writing a character bio or a character profile. Before I get started with that, first of all, I'd like to mention you can visit my website, drobinson.media.com. That is drobinson.media.com. There you can catch all the latest updates. You can check out my store, which you can purchase my books, and also additional entertainment such as video, what I have done for video production and so forth. Okay, now getting it out the way, um, I'm going to jump into right at the topic here, writing a character profile. First of all, let me start off, in saying that I've watched a lot of movies and read a lot of books, and I can tell that it's a good storyline, but the character um, has not been well fleshed out as far as like what this character is about, as far as like who is this person that I'm watching or spending my time reading or watching on the screen, and pretty much I often see characters that have a flat personality, which can be boring to the audience because in my opinion, I find myself bored if a character is only one dimensional when you should have my opinion, you should have a character that's multi-dimensional in a persona. So, in saying that, I'm going to start off give you a definition. What is a character profile? A character profile is a biography or simply a bio. It is a detailed description of a person's life. It involves more than just the basic facts like education, work, relationships, and death. It portrays a person's experience of life events. Biographical works are usually nonfiction, but fiction can also use to portray a person's life. So, and I also got that definition off of Wikipedia. Also, there are other websites that have different definitions, but it's similar to what I had just stated. So I encourage you to go out there and check that out. With the definition of a character bio. Okay, in this section here is called basic statistics. And this section here is pretty much a short introduction to your character, as you will write your paragraphical text. And in the section here, you see the elements. Is pretty generic. It can also show you what that introduction may be to your character, as far as giving the character a identity. Uh, these elements these elements consist of name, age, nationality, social economic level for a child and as an adult, hometown, current residence, income, talent slash skills, salary, birth order, siblings, spouse, children, grandparents, grandchildren, significant other, and relationship skills. Physical description. Now, this is pretty basic and pretty self-explanatory. Here, you're going to describe your character. What the character looks like in your story, and you have height, weight, race, eye color, hair color, glass or contact lenses, skin color, shape of face, distinguished features. How does he or she dress? Mannerisms, habits, health, hobbies, favorite sayings, speech patterns, disabilities, style, greatest flaw, and best quality. And this will help your audience get a visual picture through textual description of your character. Another section is to consider is intellectual, mental, personality, attributes, and attitudes. Now, this is where the meat of your character gets in because you're most likely poking at his inner soul. And what I mean by that, this is where you're going to do a lot of programming as far as what makes the character tick. And with this, you have your elements such as educational background, intelligence level, any mental illness, learning experience, characters, short term goals, long term goals. How does a character see himself or herself? How does a character believe he or she is perceived by others? How self-confident is the character? Does the character seem ruled by emotion, logic, or both? What would most what would most embarrass this character? And like I said, this will help you give your character a multi-dimensional persona. Because I believe that there should be many levels to the soul, and not just one shallow being. All right, the next section is emotional characteristics. Another part or another good part that will help you to flesh out your character is basically how the character will react to his environment. With the elements you have here is strengths, weaknesses. Is he an introvert or an extrovert? How does he or she deal with anger, sadness, conflict, change, loss? What does the character want out of life? What does the character like to change in his or her life? What motivates this character? What frightens this character? What makes this character happy? Is the character judgmental or is the character judgmental of others? Excuse me. Is the character generous or stingy? Is the character generally polite or rude? Next section would be spiritual characteristics and how the character is involved in the story. First off, with spiritual beliefs, of course, everybody will know what does the character believe in. Does he believe in God? Does he believe in other? Does he believe in multiple deities? Is the character agnostic or is the character atheist? There's some things that you need to consider here. Back to how the character is involved in the story. What is the main role of the character? Is the character is the person an antagonist, a protagonist? Is he or she a main character, a hero, a secondary character, or a supporting character? What are the character's romantic interests? Scenes where the character first appears, relationship with other characters, and this also helps intertwine the story, with the way the character interacts with his environment, as far as like dealing with other people, how he reacts to other people, how he treats other people around him or her. Excuse me, gotta be gender bias here. So, all right, in this section here, I kind of did a character bio of one of my antagonists in the Masquerade Legacy series. I'm not going to go into too much detail here or do too much talking about that. I just want you to maybe if you want to pause the video, skim through the video, you can see here that there are multiple, well, not multiple, there are areas that I have filled out that, just to give you an idea what your character description or character profile can look like. Um, Now, this section here, what I did is like I took the information I did in the character profile by filling out the sections, and I tried to make it a paragraphical text. And the reason why I did that because I wanted to try to. Well, there are many reasons why I did that, but the main two is one to see how how I can flesh out the character using the information that I had filled out in the character description or character bio. And as you can see, I want to try to make it flow like a story. So, and what I mean by that, or what my purpose of doing that is because I want to tell the person's life story as if um, it was a mini story, is which is a aspect of your character description because you are trying to tell this person's story. So why not write it in a story sense? And also another reason why it also helps you to start your writing process, as in getting practice in for your main story. So you can read this or check it out, see how I wrote mine. I really didn't go into too much detail with that, but check it out. Pause the video, and you can see how I did it my way in writing a character, a detailed character description or character bio. So, stating that, I'm going to end the video here. Um, I'm going to say thank you for coming. Thank you for listening in. And please check out my website, drobinsmedia.com. Like I said, I do have updates for the month of November, and more is soon to come. Check out my Facebook page, and check out my Twitter, and also check out my YouTube, other videos on YouTube, and feel free to subscribe. So, feel free to subscribe. Excuse me. Take care and God bless. Peace.